Hello. Welcome to DC-GCC, where we bring you governmental information and classical entertainment. I am Governor Dr. Elizabeth Samantha Rothschild, Judge, Governor of the Federal Estate of Washington, District of Columbia. We are still in the executive state of emergency. I declared executive state of emergency on March 6, 2026. Let me tell you what my problem is with having to do that, because the perception has been slightly misconstrued. With this and my going in to get my government ID badge, there is other benefits. There are other benefits that come along with that. A place to stay that would be securely guarded, high quality, adequate work materials, and things of this nature, as well as communications, and that includes teledevices, and it comes with installation. As well, I get allowances for grocery, a normal life once again after such a long time at the homeless shelter. The problem with this, we agreed when I became governor that we would focus on the macro budget, the MACRO. That's good spending. That's where our tax dollars make the most sense. Here, by the declaration of executive state of emergency, we are being forced into micro budget, MICRO, which is bad spending for any government. That's the money that we want to hold. We want to have government contribution savings, programs savings, tax programs and excise fees savings. But now we can't do that because I have to go and start spending. And the micro budget has to be potentially maximized. That means I have to fulfill as much of that budget as possible. So if the micro budget is set at $75,000 a month or $75,000 a year, that means I need to use every bit of it. I don't need all of that, but I have to use it in order to make the tax potential. And that's what I have a problem with. That's rushing spending. Yes, I will have a need for all of it at some point, but now we are rushing spending. And when I became governor, we agreed that we wouldn't do that. Yet here we are. We have no other choice. For the sake of continuity of government operations, it is necessary that I be somewhere where I can at least get the work done. At the shelter, I should have been able to get the work done. Let's put it like that. And I would be less than pragmatic to act like getting any of the work done was just a simple task. It came with a lot of stress, a lot of restraint, a lot of discipline, self-discipline. And I got it done. So how would I relegate that? It is because if the conditions and the climate with regard to the criminal activity and the ongoing interferences, I could still have my government ID badge, not have to use my Beneversal, and I would be distributed communications equipment that comes with Wi-Fi and data to use just for my work. And it has been found that even with adequate, high-quality equipment, resources, supplies, and materials, I would not be able to guarantee correct copy of any of my work because of the disturbances, because of the interference, period, especially with government operations. So those are the justifications. Where I am with it now is preparing the information, because the governor has to prepare the information. And then I'm going to go and credentialize. And because of the conditions of the shelter, I am being forced to go into emergency stay at a hotel or other GSA compliant facility, just so I'll have somewhere that I can get the government work done in peace. That is why our high officials are under the maximum security, and that is why it is mandatory that all law enforcement respect all public officials as well as government officials. We do the big work that gets you paid. So this comes with several phases prior to going, but I expect to be making an appointment to arrive on or about April 15th, 2026. All right, you all have a great day.